Hi, Siko. I didn't hear back from you on WhatsApp, so I'm just going to quickly do a real quick video just on how to sort out the, what do you call this, the assignments. Okay, so obviously the first thing to do is to work out what it's out of. So let's see, that's self-assessment and this is submission. All right, so we have how many rows here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, that part's out of 16. I'm just noting because I don't want to forget. And then this part, let's see how much it's out of. Ish, okay. Let's see. Identify the choice that best completes the statement or answers the question. 1, 2. All right, that's out of 2. Okay, this is complicated for me. Okay, multiple response. Oh, good Lord, I don't know what this is going to be out of. Does it have a total at the bottom? No. Bloody hell. Okay, multiple response. Real number system, multiple choice, multiple response. Identify one or more choices. Oh, but then you see, I don't know what this is out of, dude. Okay, let's say there's 3. I'm just doing as an example. Please, you know what this is out of, so you need to change this if necessary. Okay, so let's call that 3, shall we? Okay, then the next bit, multiple choice. Identify the choice. Okay, so that's 1, 2. There. Okay. Multiple response. I don't know. Say 3. Say 3 for that one. I don't know, 2. Okay, number 7. Write down an example of the following. So A, B, C, D is 4, and that's the end. Okay. Right. So by my very poor calculations, this is out of 30. Beautiful. That's a nice round number. Okay. Perfect. So now you know what it's out of. So let's edit our assignment. Edit settings. Right. So now we are going to just use our format because Dan has given us the go-ahead, and that's the one that he, yeah. I think it's important to click feedback files because as we saw the last time I was doing this, you know, you would want to, so let me go back to this. Excuse me, this thing of Regan's, no, students, Regan, Smith, real number system assessment. So now what that allows you to do is, okay, if this is wrong, then you can say that's wrong, and this is the correct answer here, right? So you can edit that, and you can say, okay, that's wrong, and the correct answer is A, and then you can save it, and then you can put it as you can, what am I trying to say? You can give feedback within the file itself, which I'll show you in a moment. Okay, submission settings, require students to click submit button. Yes, they should be able to automatically submit twice. If they fail the first time, then they can submit again. If they don't fail the first time, well, I don't know. Okay, notifications. Yes, the grader should be notified. That's you. Dan says no, default, like to notify the students, but I think it's nice for them to be notified. Okay, and then this is the big one. So grade, we said it's out of 30. Okay, obviously to pass they need 15. Now Dan likes to use marking workflow, and I quite like it as well. I'll show it to you in a second. So that should be yes. And then of course activity completion, all of these boxes must be ticked. And then you save. So what that means now, and every single assignment needs to be formatted that way, please, my friend. So what that means now is you'll go here and you'll go to view your grade. Again, as I said before, please don't do Garrick's work for him. Make sure that you know that you only assess Regan's work at this stage. Obviously, if Dan gets you to go and work at the academy, but that's different. Okay, so now we go ahead and edit the submission. Obviously, we're going to open that up, but then we've done this many times, so I'm not going to do it. You know, and then you'll assess that and come up with your grade. Okay, and then you'll put your grade here, 5 out of 30. This is the marking workflow that we clicked yes to, that we should use marking workflow. So you can just choose, you know, one of these options. Released is you know, it's done, and the student can then access it. Feedback, comments, blah blah blah. Now this is the important part as well. Now because we've got our section for feedback files, so remember we clicked yes to feedback files, so now we can add that that assessed assignment, so that Regan can see, or any student, I'm using Regan as an example, Regan can see exactly where he went wrong. And I think maths is like English in that regard, where you do want them to, you know, to see where they've gone wrong. You know, just a bunch of, you have done well and you got 100 out of 100. That's not formative. It's not helpful, I don't think. Okay, and then I don't know why this says no. I think it should say yes. And then, okay, I'm not going to click Save Changes, obviously, but then you would click Save Changes, and that would assess the assignment. Okay, so it's that simple. So, of course, unfortunately, it just means a little bit more work for you, I'm afraid, because we do need to go back and sort out these assessments. If you want me to do it, let me know. If you're comfortable doing it, then that's fantastic. I just see a little space issue here, which I'm just going to fix while we're here. Because after all, I'm an editor. That is what I do. You know what? Let me do one more. Right. So use this link to submit your work. Contents displayed. Those are all disabled. Feedback types. Feedback files. Submission settings. Automatically until pass, give them 2 opportunities, notifications, notify grader, notify students. Great, okay, this one looks, I probably did, or you probably did this one, out of 70, 35 to pass, activity completion, all of those ticked, save and finish course. Okay, so that's great. So I hope that helps. Obviously, if I get to a week before you, then I'll just fix it up. But definitely something just to look at. And that's it. Okay, cool. Hope that helps, my friend. Take care. Cheers.